With the way the eShop is set up on the Switch, each week we are shown games that are so cheap it makes you wonder if the developers are sane or if their game is that bad. When it comes down to it, it's mainly a tactic by the developer to get their game or games noticed, and in most cases it works, and ends up not really hurting them in the end too much financially. Today we're going to go through 3 such games that range from 1 cent to 4 cents, and I'll let you know if even at that price, if you should pick them up to play. Let's press start on this video. I picked up Mad Age and this guy on the eShop for 4 cents. At that price, it's actually the most expensive of the 3 games. It's the type of game you would call an action arcade puzzler that sees you play as a character named Guy, making your way through 54 levels in caves, ice, and an evil fortress. You use bombs as a mean of attack, protection, and problem solving to get through levels. You mainly deal with robots that can one-hit kill you, and the occasional mad scientist. The game has a major Bomberman feel, with the top-down view and bomb placement, and I don't personally mind that. The puzzles aren't necessarily hard, but offer enough challenge to steer you away from boredom. The steampunk style of the game is nice and seems fitting, and I enjoyed the soundtrack for the most part. For 4 cents and for what you're getting, I recommend Mad Age and this guy to pick up and play. Preventative Strike is a scroll-shooting, helicopter-flying, isometric view-having game that feels like it should be priced only 1 penny. Graphics alone inspire little confidence, but when you start up a game with no tutorial and no explanation of controls, you almost instantly know what you're getting. In my gameplay experience, I would usually last 10 to 15 seconds before dying. I wasn't really sure what to do or how to improve my strategies so that I could survive longer. Only after learning through trial and error that the Y button made you shoot rockets was I able to make it about 30 seconds longer into the level, and that was mainly by bashing that Y button. The game is very rough, but if you love a challenge, maybe you will enjoy the minimal instruction and very difficult gameplay, but overall I cannot recommend Preventative Strike. 50% bird, 50% man, 100% ridiculous is the way developer M7 Games describes Revenge of the Bird King, and they definitely got the ridiculous part right. The game cost 1 penny on eShop at the time of reviewing this game, and sees you playing as an eagle who just so happens to be the bird president, trying to defeat 6 bosses and collecting the special feathers to beat the game. I would describe the game as a platforming action game with little aspects of RPG sprinkled in. The game's weirdest mechanic features your character growing guns like plants so that he can use them to kill the enemies. It doesn't make too much sense, but it is kind of funny. The art style is 16-bit era graphics, and the soundtrack is easily the best part of the game. My major complaint with the game is the major difficulty spike that occurs before each boss in the game. You will be cruising through the level until you hit a very hard challenge, and you almost always fail right away because the game does really very little to give you any hints beforehand to help you figure out how you should beat this. I found Revenge of the Bird King to be charming but at the same time frustrating. However, there's enough content and variety overall for me to recommend the game. Thanks for watching the video, and check out some of the content we make down below on the screen right now. And subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing future videos. But for now, game over.